Hi, I'm Mike Nelson. This is Print My Blog Pro and the content editing page. So here I've already created a project and I'm on the content editing page called my demo project. So on the left, it has content from my website. So these are posts and pages and other custom post types. And on the right, it has stuff that's already in my project. By default, they start off with the title page and table of contents. So first, finding content. So obviously I can scroll down, get to the bottom, I can click to show more. I can also search. No need to press enter or anything, it just starts searching for it. So these are all the posts that have print my blog in the title or body. And if I want to get more advanced, I can also show filters. This is handy. I can filter by post type, so I want to see only posts. I can do that. Or if I want to see only pages, print materials is stuff that's as a post type specific for print my blog. So this is just stuff to appear in your projects, not on your website. So I don't have too much of that right now. And I can also decide to include or exclude by the post status. So right now I'm only having private and published posts appearing. I could also show drafts if I wanted, or trashed items. I can filter by category. I'm going to do that. I'm going to search for a category of, let's see, and my transparency reports. This is the category posts I was writing about. Do the same thing for tags or other custom taxonomies. Filter by author or date, and I can order it differently. Right now it's ordered by the post ID by default, but I could choose date or title, and I could have it ascending or descending. Yeah, so right now I'm going to just look for posts and pages with the category of transparency reports. And there we go. So now on to moving content into your project. There's a few different ways to do it. You can press this little plus button that shows up next to each post when you hover over it. And it automatically adds it to the end of the main matter of your project. So I can do it some more. I can also drag and drop. So here's a little hand indicating I can drag it. So I just grab it, drag it over, and let go. I can select multiple items. So here I am holding down Shift, and I clicked on there, and I clicked over here, and it selected everything between the two. Or I can hold down Control, and click on things, and just add the specific items I click on. Again, click on them again to deselect them, of course. And then from there, now that I have them selected, I can press the plus button. They'll add them all, or I can drag them all. I'm going to try plus, there, added them all. I'm going to select them again, holding down Shift. I'm going to drag them this time. Great. Now there's nothing left here, so I've added all the posts that matched my filters. I'm going to change my filters now. I'm going to remove this. I'm going to, sure, let's look for blogging. I'm going to press search and apply filters. Does the same thing as hide filters. Oh, apparently I didn't use that category too much. Now, an alternative to clicking on them is I can just click select all. That'll select all of them. And if I have lots of pages of lots and lots of posts, it'll load them all and select them all. And then I can add them again as I like. I can also use this X to remove them from my project or from the options there. Anyway, so that's moving things from your available content into your project. Now let's get into organizing. So again, if I want to change the order, I can again drag and drop. I can also, when I have something selected, I can use these arrows to move things up and down. And that also works if I select multiple items at once. Now, here, I'm going to move them up, but you'll see something interesting. Click up. So now you see that they've actually moved, instead of moving above this other post, they've moved underneath it. So they are now organized into a part. So this is now a part, and these are articles inside that part of my project. I can click them again, and they'll both pop up the top level again. And so this is one of the handy features, is that you can organize your content into parts. So I will go ahead and make a part, and you'll see why it's handy. So I'm going to select all these items. Okay, so I was holding down Shift and press up. Now I have a part called Transparency Report January 2020. Then inside of it are all these other articles. You may, of course, your part, you might not want to use a blog post for part title, and maybe it might work, but you might not too. Might not. So you can instead click a new print material. So this is going to be it's like a post, but it's only for the project. It won't appear on the website anywhere. So you just click anywhere it says click or drag here, or drag or click here. So it's quick add print material. I'm going to have this part. Add one called Print My Blog. Great. There it is. And I'm going to select all these posts, and I'm going to move them in there. I'm going to drag this time. And I'm going to move this one too. Press down arrow. There, that makes a lot more sense. So now I have a part called Print My Blog with all the transparency reports in it. I'm going to add another one just to review, so you make sure you're getting it. So I'm going to remove the category of blogging, and now I'm going to look for categories, anything that has to do with WordPress category. I'm going to search and apply filters, and here's a whole bunch of them. And before I drag them over, I'm going to add a part called WordPress. Create it. Now I'm going to use the select all button this time. You can see it automatically loads all of the posts that match those filters. And I'm going to add them to the project. So now they're all here. And then I want to move them up into WordPress, so I'm just going to press up. Bang, there they all are. And yeah, here's a project with two parts, one called Print My Blog with all my posts about Print My Blog, and another part called WordPress, all about my stuff with WordPress. And for funsies, I'm going to add another print material for the back matter called About. And if you hadn't noticed already, you can also use the eyeball to view a post if you're not quite sure what the post is about, or use the pencil to edit it. And that will open it in a different tab. Anyways, I'm going to save and just show you what this all looks like. Generate the print page. So this is a special page where the content is laid out, and I'm viewing it from my browser, but rather view it as the final PDF, how that will look. Now, depending on how much content you have in your book, generating the PDF can take a little while. I'd say about a quarter of a second per post. Anyways, there it is. It's downloaded. And here's a table of contents that matched the content editing page. A part called Print My Blog, and a bunch of stuff underneath it, and a part called WordPress. So here's Print My Blog. Part has a different style, differently than all these articles inside of it. And yeah. I'm going to say on WordPress. Yeah, so if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I hope this helps. Thanks. Bye.